Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Hey guys, how are you? And let's just make sure camera is clean as hell so you can see my face. Hey guys, it's been a couple days since I've come to you to talk to y'all. I just have this light here, but it's, oh my God, it's so bright. Anyway, hi guys, I'm here. And you know what? I figured I would come to you guys. And as you know, we're not exactly sheltered in place, but we are pretty much social distancing for this. I thought epidemic was bigger than pandemic, but pandemic means Pangea, apparently. It means the whole world. So here we are on this wonderful day that someone's Lord has made. On March 18th, is it? Yeah. Minutes away from 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. A couple days away, hours away from spring. At a time where everyone is supposed to be coming out and enjoying their lives and experiencing joy and the fresh new blooming of flowers and the spring. And it's so crazy because I'm even looking outside and I don't even see the trees starting to bloom the way they normally would in March. It's like COVID has actually seeped into the ground and the earth and in the air as well. It's like nothing's really growing. Everything is gray. I mean, I know we're expecting rain. So guys, I just came to talk to you guys for a minute and not for long because I'm in my house getting ready to, write some music. And obviously I'm in my Flintstones t-shirt and it's so crazy. It looks like I've had this t-shirt since I was a kid, but I actually got it from Century 21 about 5 years ago, but I love it. Look at Bam Bam and this girl. But seriously, what's going on, guys, is that I want to talk to you guys really quickly about what's going on with COVID and coronavirus and us as women. What are our responsibilities as leveled up women? What are we supposed to be doing in this time of crisis? I mean, so here are a couple of options. Number one, stay your ass at home. Number two, stay your ass at home. Number three, stay your ass at home and bring your boo over. Really, we're in a time right now where we can't be worried about going out, freestyling, and attracting anybody. Which is one of the reasons why, and honestly, that's not the real reason. The real reason is for Lent, I decided I wasn't going to wear any extensions and just work on my own natural hair. And it's very healthy, so just continue to work on it. That was my decision. But really, what we need to do, women, right now, is we need to protect ourselves. So every single one of you ladies, I don't care if you're going to work or if you're going to the corner store. And the reason why I say this is because last night I decided that I was going to go and get a beer at about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, which is not late where I live. But because there are so many people at home by 8 o'clock now, we have no business stepping outside by 8 o'clock. So, for example, the news said that the sun was going to set at around 7 something today. If you need to be home by 7 o'clock as a beautiful, gorgeous, leveled up Black woman. I mean, they are snatching young Black girls off the street. And if you're a beautiful woman who actually looks young, they are snatching women off the street. And this was happening before coronavirus broke out, before there was a mandatory curfew, before people were going home before sunset, before 50% of the workforce was working from home. I've been all over the city over the last 4 days, and no, I don't have corona. I'm actually in A1 tip-top shape. And what I've noticed is that there are crazy, last night when I went to go get that beer, there was a crazy man standing on my corner, tried to talk to me several times, and not in the normal, hey, ma way that we're not threatened by, but in a very dirty way. He looked like he was plotting on me and would grab me if the police precinct wasn't literally right across the street. And it got me to thinking. And then some people from my real estate office today sent around pictures and audio of people in Long Beach, California, and the pictures were in Long Beach, California, but the audio was from Brooklyn. And literally, people are going around in hazmat looking white suits talking about they're coming in to test for coronavirus, and they are backing people down into their homes and taking valuable things and information and stealing identities. And so if you are a young woman who lives by herself, so for me, if you're a young woman who lives by herself, like I had my friend here for the last couple days, and I probably will go out tonight and maybe not even stay here. If you're by yourself, make sure you have a weapon to protect yourself. Okay. I am never going to tell you what that weapon should be, but I will tell you some of the things I have. I have several knives. I have a pocket knife. I have a Swiss Army knife. All these knives that other people have given to me over the years to protect myself, because I used to consult and travel all over Minneapolis, and a taser, a little knife, a little pot. I have several knives stashed all over my place. I keep cameras at all times active in my place, just in case someone tries to come in here while I'm not here, because I've had that incident as well. Another thing is keep people around you who can watch you and take good care of you. Keep people around you who care about you, because, we're not in such a bad place now. We still have communication through internet and telephone and everything like that. But if it gets worse than it currently is, every beautiful woman has to be a little bit afraid if she doesn't have a man to protect her. And why I say that is because you can protect yourself only up to a point, but there's nothing like having that extra person right next to you who will pull out his knife too, or that extra person right next to you who will say, "Hey girl, I don't like the way that guy is looking at you across the street. Let's get inside." I need my beautiful women to realize that the world is a crazy place and we take a lot of risks every day, especially if you live in a metropolitan city where you're taking transportation all the time and you're not getting into your own car. You take a lot of risks all the time by exposing yourselves to people that don't even really know you or respect you. Just know that. That's all I'm saying. Just know that you are in control of your life from start to finish, from when you walk out the door to when you get back home. No one is really there to protect you. And I'm not saying it's his responsibility to protect you, but it's nice to have a man who's right there to protect you. So if you have one to protect you, make sure he's right next to you, and make sure that if you don't have one, you have a weapon. And make sure you have surveillance to watch your area. Make sure you have adequate food and water and medication. The last thing we're worried about, like if you look at my face right now, I'm wearing no makeup. I'm literally wearing no makeup except for a little lip gloss, because we literally don't have the energy and time to be getting dolled up and made up right now. Now is the time that you let your natural beauty shine. Coronavirus, no one is coming out to do your weave. If you got a wig that you can slap on your head, great. But no one gives a damn. You know what your man wants to do right now while the world is coming to an end? He wants to fuck and procreate and have babies. So if you have a man, he should be protecting you. And if you love him enough, you should be having sex every and all day with him, trying to make babies with him. Me, I don't have a special man in my life. I have several good friends in my life, and I only have sex with one of them. And he was here, and I thought he was going to stay extra day, but he has his own things to do. So when he gets back, I'll fuck his brains out. But until then, I have to booby trap my place, because I trust nothing, guys. I trust nothing. I'm one of those conspiracy theorists to a T. I feel that I take a risk every time I walk outside. The time to have on your bag, on your person, to have gloves, to have ointment, to have, like a little bit of ointment in your bag, to have, my bag's not right next to me, but I have plastic gloves, ointment. I have a knife, that can be used for several purposes. I actually keep two knives on me. If you're a person that has a firearm that's small enough to go in your purse, put that in your purse as well. There is no stop and frisk. And right now, we need to protect ourselves like us. We are individuals, and I will not die for no country. What this is, biological warfare or not, doesn't really matter. What matters is that as women, we keep ourselves secure and safe, and that we get around the right individuals in time. He's trying to just keep you safe. Let's try not to get on his nerves. If he wants to drink, let him drink. If he wants to do, just let him relax himself the best way possible, but also make sure he's alert enough that if something comes your way, he can strategize and come up with a plan. Because sometimes protecting your woman isn't a physical thing. Sometimes it's a plan. Sometimes it's having a plan in place, thinking about the plan at all times. They're thinking, well, when it's time for me to go, I need to call a Black Beauty and make sure she's ready to go. And I've got everything planned out. Everything is in my Jeep. All she needs to do is get in. So I have several men in my life that are like that. I would say, when I say several, I say 3 or 4 of them that are like that, that even though they're not my man, will call me and make sure I'm okay. Guys, if you have been leveling up in life, then you must have someone who cares about you. And if you don't, after this coronavirus is put the fuck down, because it will be put down, after it's put the fuck down, or after it puts us down, I don't know. If you survive this coronavirus shit, which you should, most of us that watch these videos on YouTube, we're young and we're healthy. But if you are surviving this corona, your first aim should be, once you come out the other side of this, in your level up game, should be to find a man who will give his life for you. If you have 3 of those men in your life, you are not a woman. You need to find a man who will lay down his life for you and will not see you get slaughtered for any reason whatsoever. He needs to be looking for you if the city goes dark. He needs to be looking for you if there's shelter in place and he hears your neighborhood is getting ransacked with robbers and criminals. He needs to be finding his way to you to make sure you're okay, regardless of whether the phone is available or not. Like, that's what I'm trying to say, guys. We are in a place now where the level up is, do you have someone who is there to protect you? Now, protect, provide, profess, all that bullshit, yes, okay, in regular times. But right now, the only thing we care about is, can he protect? You guys are going to have to provide for one another. You're going to have to share your resources and bring yourselves together. He's going to have to bring water. You're going to have to bring food. He's going to have to bring cleaning supplies. You're going to have to bring something else. Whatever you guys have to do to make sure you survive this shelter-in-place situation and this pandemic and outbreak and scare of a lifetime, because they are trying to scare us to death in this country, which I hate, this sensationalized media and the sensationalization of the fucking media and how they try to make us rush around like ants in an ant farm. Like, you take an ant farm and shake it up, and then you gotta like leave it sitting for like a day, and the ants will eventually find their way. But the point is, for that first day or 2 or whatever it takes for the ants to rebalance their ant farm or whatever the fuck, they're rushing around crazy because they don't know what happened. This government is shaking us up. We as women, especially as Black women, all we need to do is stay out of harm's way. We're going to find out that people have been harmed. We're going to find out people have been taken advantage of. People have been swindled. Women have been harassed. All of that when we come out the other side of coronavirus, because some of us live in crazy cities. I mean, I was walking all over. I mean, I was in the Bronx by my family. I was in Brooklyn. I was in Queens over the last couple of days. And all I have to say is that it feels like in New York City, feels like the Warriors. It feels like that's how it feels. 1979. Can you dig it? Like, it feels like that. Barely anybody on the bus and train. The people who are on the bus and train, they're just trying to do their thing and get from place to place. I mean, they were old people walking in. They were literally old people There were literally old people walking into the clinic that I went into to go get my allergy shot. And I wanted to tell the old man, but I just kept it to myself. I wanted to tell the old man walking into the building to get the allergy shot where I was going. I wanted to say to him, I hope you're going to be home before sundown because this is like the purge out here. I don't even trust the cops. I mean, I went to go a couple nights ago, maybe Saturday night. I went to a corner store at 1:30 in the morning, which is typical in New York City. And I had the cops who probably have seen me 100 times, shine the light in my face like I was one of the fiends. And I thought to myself, like, what the fuck? And then I remember saying out loud, what the fuck? They want to use this as an excuse for police state. And even if they do that, we have to have the plan already embedded so that if they try to hit us with the you can't leave your house, that we have a real plan in place to protect ourselves, because no one, as we know in America, no one protects the Black woman. So Black women, have your own plan and make sure your plan includes a couple of warm bodies next to you to make sure that you are in a good position. Don't be by yourself at times like this. I know they tell us to shelter in place and social distancing, but do not be alone at a time like this. Go somewhere, go to a friend's, hang out with a friend, do what you have to do, but don't be alone at a time like this. All right. And that's all I had to say for the coronavirus update. I'm going to come back with so much more content for you guys. I'm just living my life and I've been so busy between real estate and trying to nab a job and trying to write some music and just taking on so many different things and staying busy and just having to really build up my immune system over the last couple of days, because I do have a weaker immune system than some other people. But at the same time, I'm strong because I do things like drink garlic tea and eat raw garlic with honey and eat vegetables and whole foods. My immune system is really fighting against this corona shit because I know I've been exposed to people who have corona. I know it. But I don't have it. I have no symptoms. And so I'm happy to be a Black woman today, proud to be a Black woman. Very few of us have this disease. Very few of us are getting inflicted with this disease. I mean, Idris Elba, I'm surprised that he even has it. And I'm assuming it's because he's traveled somewhere or exposed himself to someone who was on his filming crew who was traveling. So, and I'm pretty sure they're having sex. So at the end of the day, I'm pretty much, I think I'm good. Anyway, let me come back to you guys a little bit later. I wanted to kind of update you, give you a little insight into just some of the things that have been happening lately in my life. And just what I realized was that it's what I say, it's what I choose. I mean, I can have any man in my life that I want. And there are several men that want to be in my life that I don't want in my life. And then there are several men that I want in my life, but maybe feel like I've hurt them or whatever. And I continue to nurture those relationships because I really care about those men. And then there are men who I would like to draw them into my life. And that's what the level up is all about, right? We have to image that we want to put forth in order to grab our prey. In order to grab our prey, we have to project an image that is a reflection of what they're looking for. And so this is going to be the first time, and very lightly, I wouldn't say I've been doing it extra hard, but I've been entertaining a lot of conversations with potentials that already exist. And look, there goes my baby. He's gone now. There goes my baby. But my phone's all cracked up. I miss him so much. Miss him so much. But literally, I come to the point now where I realize what this is all about. I have my office, who is so adorable and so sexy and super younger than me. but not that much younger. I mean, he's like 8 years younger, 7 or 8 years younger. Actually, he's like 8 or 9 years younger. But what I will say is this: he is fine as hell. I would have his baby. Um, he likes me a lot. He actually was a little embarrassed to tell me that he was younger, and he's what I realize is that because he's wide open, interested in me, I can have him whichever way I want. And so what I've decided is that I will work on that one. That is a potential, but that is a man who will take care of me for the rest of my life. Someone who admires me, who loves me, and already I could see it in his eyes. Like I could see in his eyes the same way I could see my baby that I just showed you guys. I saw it in his eyes too. I can see in his eyes that he will love me in a way that my last man loved me. And that's kind of what I've been looking for, right? I've been looking for a man who will come into my life and adore me the way that my late fiance did. Someone who likes me more than I like them. Someone who is maybe a little bit younger and can be, you know, influenced more. Someone who is striving to please me, but I always am going to love them. And see, he's the kind of man that I can build him up. And he's a go-getter. He's a Brooklyn boy, and that's my number one and only requirement for my man. My man has to be a Brooklyn boy, ambitious, and that just comes. It doesn't come from any other place. I swear, guys, they're all the same. The white boy, the Arab boy, the Spanish boy, the Indian boy, the Chinese boy. They're all the same when they come from Brooklyn. They hustle hard. They get money. And they love hard. So I think for me, that's the only thing I'm really looking for. And if I could get this young Brooklyn boy to see my value, that's husband right there. I mean, he's fire. So anyway, just wanted to let you guys know that. Just wanted to let you guys know that I've spotted a potential for life. Not someone to, get money with, not someone to, but someone who I could see in his mind, all he ever wanted was. So I'm just going to give him what he wants and be taken care of. And that's what it is. I think that is all we can do as women. Get what we deserve and protect ourselves and protect and guard our energy and surround ourselves with people that love and adore. This year, it's all about compassion, treating the people in my life that I love the most right. And that is the way that we can endure through this coronavirus shit. Shelter yourself close to the people you love and guard your energy and your space, and you're going to be all right. All right, guys, I love you. All right. Be safe. And I'll be back for you. Black Beauty is out, okay? Love y'all. Bye.